Hi guys, this is Flower once again. How's everybody doing? I hope very good. I am doing great, except for the fact that I've been juicing for the past 2 days and I am starving. I have started to picture the craziest foods in my head and I cannot help it. So I thought the best way to cure it and preoccupy myself was to make a video. So here I am. So the topic of today is gonna be something that's has a lot of tension, when people talk about it. It's a topic of how women are expected to know how to cook, or they're expected to just know how to cook throughout their life. I have a lot to say about that. Maybe I won't be able to say it in the whole video. I'm gonna try my best. But here it is. Well, I personally believe that everybody should know how to cook. It has nothing to do with being a woman or not. And I believe that it is no longer like before. It's not like, like those days when grandma knew how to cook the best food, or it's just not the same way anymore. Like, traditions have changed. Little girls don't stay at home learning how to cook with their mothers anymore. Women go out and acquire a career and stuff and go to school and focus on other things. It's not just a girl is not just learning how to cook because she has free time. It's not like that anymore. So I think it's kind of funny. It's comical. I have no problem with guys that make jokes out of it. That girls are expected to cook, but some of them really still do believe that. And I mean, that's fine. That's the way you think, but I feel like there's a lot of other aspects to a relationship. Like, for example, I just look at it this way. Nowadays, men expect women to bring money to the table with them, and they also expect them to know how to cook, and they also expect them to take care of kids. It's a big expectation, but I think it's totally unfair that we still expect women to know how to cook. Like, not necessarily. We expect women to take care of the children because we have them. We expect women to bring money to the table because that's just part of the economic structure of this world. But the whole cooking thing is just out of date. Mainly because most of the guys that want to find a woman that can cook can't even cook an egg for themselves. Which, at the end of the day, being useless like that is not good for anybody. That's why I believe everybody should know how to cook. Um, you're not gonna have your mommy or your big sister forever, and who knows if you're gonna find a wife that'll freaking take her time, especially nowadays in 2012, to cook for you. It's just too much to expect, knowing the way things are nowadays, knowing that you see all these single moms, that they end up cooking, working, and freaking taking care of the children at the end of the day. I just feel like a lot of pressure have been put on women since we acquired equality, and it hasn't been full equality because we still take sides and we still close our minds to possibilities. I just look at it this way: if a couple is in a relationship or a marriage, um, and they're both equally bringing money to the table, then they should both equally be responsible for cooking. Maybe even taking care of the kids, but that's just another thing because women are the ones that have the kids, so in a way they should definitely take care of children. But that does become something that should be equal for men too. But this topic, I'm mainly focusing on the cooking thing, just because I feel like we all should know how to cook for ourselves. We all should know how to cook something. It's the truth. And nowadays we see both women that can't cook, and we see both men that can't keep jobs. So it's like we're seeing a little of everything nowadays. It's not like before where women just knew how to cook naturally because, like I said, they spent time with their grandmothers or moms. It's we live in different times now, and women spend working as many hours as men spend working, for us to expect that they all should know how to cook. Plus, it's just all about finding somebody that matches in your relationship, your marriage, and how you want to be with them, how you guys want to be together. It's really all about that. Because I'm pretty sure there's couples out there where the man stays home, takes care of children, and cooks, and the woman is out working. Just like there is relationships where they both work and they both do everything 50%. But then you see a lot of imbalanced relationships, like the man doesn't do anything and the woman does it all, or the other way, the man does everything and the woman doesn't do shit. It's just you are seeing everything, a little bit of everything nowadays. And I think the best part, I mean, the best option when it comes to this, it goes down to this one and only word that I mention so much in my videos, and it is balance. Without balance, you know, a relationship is gonna suffer. Somebody's gonna suffer, and at the end of the day, they both will end up suffering. The job shouldn't be all for one person. It shouldn't be all expected to be either female or male. The, anybody can do everything. It has nothing to do with being a female or a male anymore. But also the cooking thing comes to like taking care of yourself. You gotta know how to do it for yourself too. It has nothing to do with you as a woman. It has nothing to do with me. You know, I'm already married, but when I was young, it had nothing to do with me being married in the future. I just had to learn it for myself. It is beyond marriage. You know, you know how to cook for yourself because plus, like for example, I'm gonna give an example of my man cooks way better than me, and I'm not gonna stop him. I mean, he likes it and he doesn't mind doing it. So I'm not saying that I'm not gonna do it. Obviously, I'm there to clean after him because that's really like the best team. You know, if somebody cooks and the other one cleans. You know. But anyways, I'm not getting too much into my fucking marriage. But it's basically all up to the person what they want to do and what comes from their heart. Because at the end of the day, you see a lot of moms out there that they don't even take care of their children either. I mean, they can't cook, they can't take care of the children, they can't clean, they can't do anything. So it's like it's all about what people really want to do in their heart, and you can't make anybody do what they don't want. It's 2012. It's not like before where people just were asked to be a certain way and they didn't ask questions. Nowadays we always ask why do we gotta do it that way? Why is it has to, why because everybody says it has to be like that, you know. At least I'm like that, and I consider myself, you know, a person from 2012. I'm right here at this moment, and I'm very open minded with everything that's going on and all the changes that are occurring. And you know, we come as women, we come from a long way. We come from the history of marriage, where I have heard that marriage started because they wanted to keep one woman at home, each man to have children. So you know, for us to come that long way, it's crazy. And nowadays, you still see women, you know, that say, "Oh, if you're a girl and you don't know how to cook, you're just no good for nothing." You know, women themselves are putting themselves down in that way, like they're just giving into the closed-mindedness to the whole women are supposed to know how to cook naturally. I mean, I'm pretty sure men aren't born knowing how to cook. Well, neither are women, and half of us struggle in 2012 with not having the best skills, but you know, people putting that down. I think you do what comes from your heart, and you will find somebody that matches that, and that's just how life goes. Or you'll end up by yourself cooking for yourself, and that's just how that goes. Really. But I think the closed-mindedness has to go when it comes to stuff like that. It's little stuff, but it makes a big difference, you know. You will close yourself to meeting great people just because these certain characteristics aren't there, when you can totally work fine with them, and maybe they have other beautiful characteristics that you can work with. But that's really my video for today. Just wanted to give my input, a little input on people that are still living in 1950s. It's 2012. Like I said, a relationship is not about women knowing how to cook and men knowing how to keep a job. It's just not about that anymore. It's people are fucked up out there, and relationships are about way beyond that. And everybody that's been one knows what I'm talking about. So I will let you guys go, and I'll talk to you later.